Okay, this is the vocabulary pronunciation video for Kapitel 6, Stufe 1. Our first verb is gehen, and gehen means to go. So we're going to be using this a little bit differently this chapter. We're going to combine it with some other verbs as well, which is something you can do to say, I'm going to swim, or something like that. So you need to know how to conjugate gehen. We might also use it to say how it's going to you, so how you're doing. And that's why the green conjugation is highlighted there. The conjugation for SES rather is highlighted in green. So make sure that you definitely know that one, but you should know the entire thing. It is regular, so it's not very difficult. So we're going to be forming questions and answering this question. And the question that we're going to be forming is Wie geht es? Which we're going to actually more commonly write as Wie geht's. And Wie geht's is a question meaning how are you or how is it going? Literally, how is it going? Geht's is a contraction of gate and S, as you can see there. So we put an apostrophe S to symbolize the fact that it is now S and gate combined. Now this is just another form of that question, Wie geht's dir? And it adds on the to you part. So it again means how are you, but this time more specifically, how is it going to you? And this form of to you is informal, so it's what you would use with your friends or people you know. So wie geht's dir? This is again the same type of question, but this time used with formal you. So wie geht es Ihnen? Wie geht es Ihnen? And this is how you would respond. You would start off with mir geht's. Mir geht's. You don't have to say mir geht's before you give your response, but for the sake of learning this phrase and learning in German class, I would like you guys to use this, unless otherwise specified. So when you use it, it means I am doing, or to me it is going, literally. And then you can add your modifier, so how it's going. So you could say sehr gut, prima, prima, gut, gut, so lala, schlecht, schlecht, miserabel, miserabel, es geht, es geht. Now this one is meaning I'm okay, but it's kind of like in English if someone says, how's it going? And you respond with, it's going. So it's very neutral. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. Wie spät ist es? Wie spät ist es? This question literally translates to how late is it? So spät is late. Wie viel Uhr ist es? Wie viel Uhr ist es? And this question literally translates to how much o'clock is it? Both of them mean what time is it? Two different ways to say it. Both are acceptable in German. Wie viel Uhr? Wie viel Uhr? And this means at what time. So is at for specific times. Wie viel Uhr willst du tanzen? Wie viel Uhr willst du tanzen? At what time do you want to dance? Viertel nach. Viertel nach. Alright, remember that nach means after, and Viertel is a quarter. So when we're referring to time, we say a quarter after, Viertel nach. Viertel nach drei. Viertel nach drei. Viertel nach acht. Viertel nach acht. Viertel nach eins. Viertel nach eins. Viertel vor. Viertel vor. Okay, and remember here that vor means before, so Viertel vor is a quarter till or a quarter to, whatever time. So we have Viertel vor drei, Viertel vor drei, Viertel vor acht, Viertel vor acht, Viertel vor eins, Viertel vor eins, halb, halb. Okay, this is what we would use for half past in English, but in German you say half until. Okay, so when we use halb, we're not saying half past, we're saying half until. So that means that we would have things like halb drei, and halb drei is 2:30 because it's halfway until 3. Halb elf, halb neun, halb neun, 10 vor, 10 vor. Alright, you can replace 10 with any other number, as long as it makes sense, to say how many ever minutes until the next hour. So 10 till, etc. Viertel nach. Viertel nach. And this is similar to what we had earlier, but we've added so that you know you should say when you're saying at a quarter past or a quarter after. Alright, you can add to Viertel vor and to halb something as well. Okay, if you have questions about the time phrases or any of the other vocab or grammar, please make sure that you come back and ask.